Question of the morning. Since the playoff committee chairman put BYU in a hot seat, would this be the most soul-crushing loss if BYU loses on Saturday?
Way to adapt.
Thank you. Save. They're right there on the brink, on the precipice. Sure, they didn't look good 1 week. But if they look good over the next 2 weeks and they get a little help, it could happen. Certainly they can play their own way into the conference championship game regardless of the playoff. It's all there.
We talked about this late yesterday, but we didn't do it early.
We did not. How about this one? Mark, winning this week but losing next week to UCF would be more soul-crushing.
Yeah, but you can't anticipate something that's not here.
Well, apparently Mark can.
This is right here, right now.
This is a fan bracing himself for the ultimate disappointment.
No.
Brandon, I feel like our loss to Kansas last year hurt worse than a loss to Cincinnati would. Cincinnati's a much better team than Kansas.
Yeah, but you didn't. It did at the end, but we're talking in the moment.
In the moment, you didn't know the dream was dead.
Right.
It was the first loss.
Right.
Yeah.
You didn't know that. And the Sun Devils were this Johnny-come-lately, so who knew what to expect from them? Nobody, even late in November, didn't have them winning the title.
They won the title, and Texas Tech may well win the title, but the hype for Texas Tech and the expectation completely different than the expectation for ASU.
As it should have been.
ASU came from the middle of nowhere, as Texas Tech was like, look at the guys over
nowhere.
there with all that money.
Literally the bottom of nowhere. It's a different set of circumstances, whereas this one,
How about this?
This just chops you off here.
I think Case is the only person who thinks this. But thanks for sharing, Case. Case says, it's been an amazing season. All wins now are icing on the cake.
That's not true at all.
Go Cougs. And no, they will not lose. This is a 24-point win.
Ooh, man, that would be very impressive.
I know. But didn't I tell you, Case, this takes one of a kind.
But this
no one else is going to say this.
This is not icing on the cake.
It is not. This is literally a big chunk of the cake.
No. Yeah, because the number one reason why it isn't icing on the cake is because you have the best winning percentage in the conference the last 2 years. Since the conference has been configured with these teams that are in it right now, you are the best team record-wise. If it would have been, say, like this, it would have been last year maybe, or would have been for both teams. Both teams, when they went into that game at this point a year ago tomorrow in Tempe, could have rationalized, oh my gosh, we've had an incredible season relative to expectation. Well, no, and I realize expectations weren't that high this year because of the Retzlaff situation, but you put that to bed weeks ago, and now when you look at where this program is, and I say program because that includes last season, no, you're expected to win. Absolutely, man. There's been some separation now over the course of almost 2 full seasons, and you're right there at the top. So I don't buy that's rationalization. This isn't going to hurt my summer, Karl Malone, with another choke job in the playoffs. No, not at all. Not going there. At least not now. Maybe in January.
In January will be different?
Yeah, if they go 11-2 and kick the crap out of somebody in the bowl game, I'll at least entertain it. Yes, it will be different.
All right.
But I'm not going there right now.
Okay. I'm surprised. You're serious. I thought that was sarcasm.
I just said entertain.
Yeah.
I didn't say for sure, but if you want to go in that direction, because you're, as you just said, using all those adjectives, you're right there.
You're at the precipice.
Yeah, you're right there again.
Childhood dream.
Yeah, and I can argue very much so that you're a better team than last year. And you've proven the quality of team. Last year, you were still trying to prove it. That's why, think about it. When they punked Colorado the way they did, that was all a big surprise. That's why it was so much fun, because you didn't know you could do that. And that was the last game of the season, and you still were unsure how good you were. Everybody was jacked about that game.
You're in charge of the usually I'm in charge of the numbers, but you've been in charge of the numbers here. What is BYU's combined 2-year record at now?
It's just great. It's 24-2.
Is it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's 20-3.
20-3.
If you
yes,
sell
you're
it,
right.
people believe you. You know,
Yeah,
I made
but
a
you
career
didn't-
out of just selling stuff that isn't true.
You didn't really sell that. That was you kind of gave yourself up there with your
I know,
tone.
it was a joke.
20 wins, 3 losses.
That's awesome.
You don't want to go to all that trouble, all that work,
Yeah.
have all that success, and then not get to the conference title game either year? That would suck.
Yeah. I've been there as a fan. I know what that is because when the Utes struggled in the conference making the transition, oh, well, that's teams do it, and they pointed to the Devils. Except that wasn't true. The Devils did not struggle when they made the switch.
No.
In fact, the very first year they beat SC as the number one team. And
this is all true. I remember all this. You're not selling stuff that isn't true.
And they got down to the end and then lost like 3 or 4 times where they could have gone to the Rose Bowl. It was bitter for so many people.
Rivalry week.
Yeah.
Always went wrong. And somebody else got in.
It was one time it was Washington because they had a funky schedule, but it wasn't always Arizona. But, they had opportunities right there, and they couldn't get it done. The Cats in the 90s, Desert Storm,
yeah,
they had a time, and there was a hurricane or something in Florida, so they had to rearrange some schedules, and the Bruins come, and they beat them, and the Cats thought they had it, man. They thought it was right there to be had, and they didn't.
They went
and that was a phenomenal season, but they didn't get the job done.
They went 12-1, and they didn't get to go to Pasadena.
No.
It was remarkable.
And now they'll never play there, ever.
Yeah, you have that over
Ever. They have no idea what it's like.
Yeah.
I told that to Lavengood, their AD, once. And he actually went to BYU. He went to LDS, but he went to BYU. And I said, man, you don't know what it's like. Sure we do. We play there every other year. And I knew I could tease him because he had a good personality. I think it was UNLV's AD point too. But yeah, so when you have that and BYU knocking on the door again, no, not in the moment, man. If you want to, after weeks go by, text us. I guess we don't take calls anymore, but if you wanted to do that,
we can still take phone calls.
We can take calls, yeah. You can go and do that and entertain that idea, but not now.
Melody is lecturing us.
Okay.
Melody is a longtime listener, and she often posts. Melody.
I saw her father died here recently. My condolences, yeah, because I read the obituaries.
Okay.
And I clicked on and I saw her name on there as a survivor. I figured it was the same person.
Melody says, "Don't speak that into the universe, you two!" Exclamation point. As if we could create these things.
Well, I believe I do have some cosmic power.
You do not.
Number
one, you don't, and number two, you don't believe it.
I believe I do.
I think you're selling the stuff you were just talking about earlier. Yeah, can I get a ruling from the judge?
I don't care what you believe, but I believe it. I'll give you a classic example. You can say yes or no.
You're gonna manifest this? Like, is that what you're doing?
I'll give you a classic example. Some years ago, which would have been about 28 years ago, we were looking to upgrade our house. Mm-hmm. And so the realtor, my guy, Darren Mansell, has taken us around to houses in the area.
Okay.
We're at a house. Of course, the people who live there are gone, right? When you show the house, they usually leave. And the answering machine comes on. Hello, Mom, Dad, and it's the son. And blah, blah, blah. And I said to my wife and to Darren, I said, this guy's going to ask for money before this message is over. I need some money.
That is hilarious.
I've got that ability, man.
Yeah, you see, you didn't create that or speak that into existence in the universe. That's you being able to read people. It's two different things. You have the ability to read people, but you didn't speak that into existence.
Yeah, you didn't manifest.
And what am I not doing, or what am I supposed to do that you're arguing that I don't have right now?
You're not supposed to manifest.
Manifest.
I don't even know what the hell that means, but go ahead. Go ahead. Come on.
Don't speak that into the universe, you two, is what Melody said. That's
okay, I have the ability to do that.
If you had the ability to do that, Arizona State would have been the highest state in the Rose Bowl.
I don't do it willy-nilly. It's a sacred power.
Yeah, but you would have used it in the Rose Bowl, the granddaddy of them all.
I did when I was there. The problem is the second time I wasn't there.
You don't have the power through TV? You have to have a physical presence?
Especially it wasn't HD then.
Okay. Just keep making stuff up.
I'm not making stuff up.
Okay. Well, it wasn't HD.
HD gives you a clearer vision. How do you argue with that?
That'll be some of your better work today right there. DJ PK, when we come back, another beauty of a question up, because it's a birthday today for the big man. But what about the future? What are you going to speak into existence and manifest for Kyle Whittingham, PK? We'll get to that next. Stay with us.